Yo, it's your boy Straight Boss OB8 from Straight Smoke Gaming, and here with another GTA 5 online video. In this video, we are going to be doing the casino heist, the aggressive approach, and it's a prep guide. We're showing you how to do some of these preps, some tips and tricks I've learned over the time that this has been in the game, and we're going to do it completely solo, absolutely solo. You do the prep solo, that means you don't have to pay the people that are in your heist much more than the 15% that the minimum that they are. So this is going to get you the max amount of money because you don't feel obligated to give them more than the minimum. So first thing I want to show here is I want to debunk the myth that Duggan needs to be done with help. You could do Duggan completely solo, and here I'm showing you it can be done. You do need a Mark II, or if you're a really good pilot, you could fly around and do it as well. But it is risky, I do agree. Bare minimum, you're at least going to get 9 out of 10, and 9 out of 10 isn't bad. But more times than not, you are going to get all 10. So it can be done. Now, I've done it before. I'm going to get this one done in 2.5 minutes left. I've done it before where I've had 3 minutes left. I've done it before where I've only had 30 seconds left. So the time in which you get it done varies. A little bit of advice I would give you is eye up water targets first so that they don't get too far over the water. Because if that happens, that's bad news. So eye up a water target first as your first target to go after. Here we're going for a hacking device. This is both hacking device options for preps are rather easy. At least this is the more annoying one, but it is just as easy as the FIB building, because all you got to do, the approach there is get to an outer wall. Go to an outer wall and run along that wall to get to the hacking device. And then when you leave, do the same thing. Just watch the cameras and you can leave completely undetected. Here we're doing a mission. This is a mission, the vault key cards. I've hated this mission for a while. I've finally learned that the biggest advice I can give you on this one, you can see here, the guard is outside, and I walked right in the door and it didn't even initiate the target symbol. And that's the key to this mission. You have to wait for that guard to become a target symbol before you take him out. Now obviously you need to use a firearm that's completely silenced. You can't even use a melee weapon. I've used a melee weapon before and it still alerted the whole prison. So make sure you use a silenced firearm, and you can't kill him before he registers as the target symbol. You have to wait for that. And you see how close I was, and he didn't even become the target symbol yet. So here I go back outside. And finally he shows up as the target symbol. Now I could pop him in the head with the silenced weapon, and we get this done easily. This mission can be an absolute pain in the ass if you get spotted and kill the guard too fast. You have to wait for that target symbol to come up, then you pop him in the head. There you go. You leave completely undetected in the prison bus. Okay, now it's time for the grand finale here. This is the most annoying prep, I think, out of all the approaches, is the vault explosives. So here we're going to show you how to do this completely solo. It's much easier with a second person, but it can be done solo. I'm going to show you how to go about it right here. First thing, you go up to where the vault explosives are at. You take out, personally what I do, I take out the water targets first. Then I head over to where the scuba gear is at, and I take them out. So you clear them out with your Mark II or any weaponized vehicle you're using. Even you can do it with a buzzer to be a little bit harder, but so. And now also another key thing here is you want to make sure that you have, before you start Duggan or this mission, make sure that you call back in your Mark II. Make sure you have the most amount of missiles that you can have, because you're going to be using them. You don't want to get in these missions and then run out of missiles. That's bad for business. Okay. Also, there you know, go in and out as your health starts to go down. Get out of there, come back for round 2, finish it off. Here you can see we've cleared it out now. I'm staying on my Mark II to heal up. Go ahead, and you also, before any of these missions really, you want to make sure you have armor as well, because you're going to be going through some armor, especially in this mission right here. You're going to be going through some armor and some snacks. Okay, now that we got it all cleared out, now this is the approach where it's you got to have a vehicle. And the 2 vehicles I recommend doing,
let me know.
Calling in your APC tank, or you could go with a Stromberg. Either one, they're both water vehicles. I think it's a little bit better with, well, I don't know, there's pros and cons to each vehicle. The APC has smaller windows, a little more coverage to protect you from gunfire. Stromberg has bigger windows, but you could remain underwater for until you get to the point of getting to the shore. So here, I call in the APC, and you want to make sure you come to a complete stop. You'll see here, I get to the circle and I just sit in my vehicle for 5 seconds here, because I do not want this floating away. I don't want, you know, I don't want this vehicle to go away, because this right here, this is the key piece. So I need this completely still. So I make sure it's completely still before I get out. Now we go down, go ahead, we find these vault explosives. Make sure you're armored up, healed up before you get back in your APC, because you are going to take some shots. So you can see here, bam, I'm already at half health before I'm even in. Okay, down to a quarter health. And as soon as I get in, bam, I'm on the brink of death. So you have to hurry up, equip, because you don't want to die while you're in the water. You do not want to get these vault explosives back in the water. You want to get these to shore. That's the key. So you have to stay alive. You see here, I don't bother armoring up again for what I'm going to be showing you next. That would be a waste. But you do want to make sure, even to leave up the snack menu to heal up continually as you're getting to shore. That would be wise. So we're getting to shore here, and then you're going to see what we're going to do next. What we're going to be doing next is not letting, I mean, as long as you get to shore, it doesn't matter who kills you. I mean, if you let the NPCs kill you, that could work too. I don't like dying by them. I prefer to take myself out first. So we're going to be doing an EWO in a non-PvP situation here. But the key point is to getting these vault explosives on land. That's the best thing you can do. Now, I don't recommend here, I goof a little bit. I don't recommend doing the sticky bomb as close to the armored vehicle as you're using. APC's armor is very weak. And I do, and you could battle the helicopters here. I do take out one. But then I get out, I go ahead, I kill myself, I leave the vault explosives on the ground, which is where I want them. Okay. Then when we respawn, we're going to respawn. I'm going to go ahead and take the gunner out of the helicopter. We're going to shoot the gunner out of the helicopter. And that's helpful for pretty much just staying alive long enough to get back into your armored vehicle that could go in the water, whether it be a Stromberg or an APC. There, here we take out the gunner, and see I did go to half health, so it was a close call. Now, so you see the vault explosives on the ground there, leave those there, we'll be coming back for those later. Then we take the APC out, back to the water, we get the second load of vault explosives. Now we do not go, you see the helicopter is back at the first vault explosives. We drive to the other shore, to the other side, because we don't want to go near that helicopter. Okay, now here we go ahead, you could call in a buzzard, you can call in your Mark II, I call it the Mark II, and I take these vault explosives back to the arcade, completely done. Don't die from NPCs. I do take myself out once, but, and that's how you do it. Then you come back, fly back up on your buzzard or Mark II, take out that helicopter that's still guarding the very first vault explosives, and then you take it back, and that's how you do the hardest prep mission right there. Wrapped up, easy, and it's done solo. You don't need help for that. You could do that solo. So, alright, so here you can see we're going for diamonds, the aggressive approach. I recommend going through the sewers. So get the boring tunnel machine. Over here for the clean vehicle and the gunman decoy, I find that a complete waste of money. I don't recommend getting the decoy. The decoy costs, I believe, $30,000, and it doesn't even start working until you're already in the sewers waiting to lose your stars. So I think that's an absolute waste of money. I don't recommend that. But to each their own. Also, speaking of wasting money, I highly recommend getting a vehicle that has 4 doors. You can see here I wanted the trade price on the Evron, so I used a 10% vehicle. I normally don't, but I wanted the trade price. And do not get anything but the bulletproof tires. The first option here, $10,000. You don't need, the only thing you need is bulletproof tires. That's it. Okay. So that's it, guys. That's the aggressive prep guide done completely solo. So go ahead, get those diamonds this week. Use this approach every time you do the aggressive approach on the casino heist. Alright guys, we'll see you in the next video.